It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
And up next, we'll see the dual threat, Christian McCaffrey.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5. They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. Ray McCloud to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down, so this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Purdy going to the air right away. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go, but if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Talanoa Hufanga, a first-time All-Pro last year, up to make the tackle. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They run for it with Mixon. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Again, it's Mixon. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They cut down play successfully.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On third down, it's Purdy. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Jones on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Purdy to throw it on first down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Now Purdy. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, it's Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a throw here to his running back. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. They go play action with Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Burrow will throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this down to the 40. Mixon with a first down carry. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Now, this defense for the Niners very strong in that victory a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Dumps it off to Mixon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
McPherson's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point, and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy now to throw. Caught here by Bell. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They go play action here. Purdy. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Purdy sets up to throw again. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So on is the rookie Jake Moody for the Niners field goal. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals offense returns to the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. And Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Burrow looking to pass. And that one his first incompletion in its last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. On first down, it's Purdy. And this is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They run the option on second down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. This one caught by Kittle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And the pressure gets to him again. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Henderson dropped down to 8 sacks last season, but don't get lost in that number. Still had 3 forced fumbles and remains a game record on the edge of Cincinnati's line.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Burrow will throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Burrow on first down. And he'll just get rid of it.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Final play of the half, Purdy. The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's head over to Highmark Stadium to check out what's happening with the Bills. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Josh Allen leading the way again as his guys run their mark to 8-1. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Odell Beckham, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Taken down at the 42. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 right at the 40. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, 26 yards. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And he returns this to the 22. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
A second down throw for Purdy. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Jones. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay,
We just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter and continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time?
They were really good on the last drive.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
A solid pickup there by Mixon, and when he's running it this way, the Cincinnati offense takes on an extra dimension. They love to run the football and shut people down with Mixon carrying the load.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. It'll go as a gain of 4. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Purdy. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Purdy now to throw. It returns it right back to Samuel. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. A short throw here to Latu.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
2nd and 10. Purdy. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
For the 49ers field goal, a 47-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the gun, a give to Mixon. Able to, and now off to the races, down the right side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. This one hauled in by Sample. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Niners' 23-yard line.
They go play action with Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Slant route complete to Bell. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25, here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At the 32-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
3rd and 1. That's the end of the
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Purdy sets up to throw again. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw, Purdy. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. B.J. Hill able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Purdy, big 4th down play. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
He completes it to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing here, Purdy. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 2. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he is going to lose yardage here. A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now Purdy. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Shifts by him. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
That's another 49er.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Jake Moody now for the point after. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. And Boyd going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line.
First down, Cincinnati.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Mixon. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Mixon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Cincinnati, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.